7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy.
Wait for it. Thick and slick.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings and Durango Guitar Works. We are all about customization here, so it's customize everything. Get your powder coating done there at TLR Coatings. Get Durango Guitar Works for your custom guitar needs. So if you're short, small dude or lady, whatever, you can get a short, small guitar. Anyway, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. There should be lots of interesting points to this. As you can see, he's back.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
And he is now black from the waist down, apparently, because show him the Jordans. Stick the foot up. Show him the Jordans. Never have I seen him wear a pair of Jordans.
And a pair of sweatpants.
And a pair of sweatpants. Like, he is ready to go dunk on
He
some
just
folks.
got back from Disney World?
Yeah, Disney World.
Yeah, he went to the NBA experience and it changed his life.
I guess so. So anyway, so thanks for tuning in. We have lots to cover.
The NBA Aftermath Show. Right?
Oh God, we have. You're on your own.
I can't wear nice shoes, and all of a sudden this shit just goes downhill real quick.
You've never worn in all the years we've been doing this. You've never worn.
Well, the next week I'll wear other Jordans. I got more shoes.
Oh wow!
I got a pair of Jordans too.
I do too. I'll wear mine.
All right, man. We all wear Jordans.
The Jordan podcast. Anyway, so we are wrapping up round 7. First East Coast round. I know everyone's gonna say, "Where was the East Coast preview show?" I'm gonna be really honest with you. Work was a lot last week, so
I was gonna write an article, but again,
you did. Okay, you failed on the article.
I was looking for it, guys. After I watched the show,
you know, to be really honest, like I just didn't do the research about who was on what team, and I didn't want to look like that much of a dingbat. So
I got lazy.
I just kind of left it.
A lot of privateers.
Yeah.
Well, you picked Carno in fantasy, so.
Shut up.
Hey, he was smart to change that.
I rebounded. Anyway, so yes, so we are, like I said, wrapping up Tampa. A few other things. Make sure to follow us on all the major social media. How'd the Twitter feed go this week?
I didn't give as many hot takes as usual.
There wasn't a lot of hot takes.
I was a little conservative. I didn't tweet as much.
Did you tweet your boy Joey Crown?
No, I said I had a real hot take about Swole though. I said,
you and me both.
I said is Swole the new Covington?
Here we go. We'll get into that.
That's harsh.
So, anyway, if you can't watch the show, make sure to listen on the podcast. We are on SoundCloud and iTunes. Make sure to support us. I have had some questions last week about getting Moto Aftermath hoodies. I will put a specific link to that in the descriptions this week in all the videos. We have had them. We do have them. My girlfriend has one, so you can get them. Like I said, that'll be linked down below, along with links to all the other merchandise and apparel you can buy, as well as links to Patreon and Amazon, because I know everybody shops on Amazon, and you guys have been clicking it. I've seen it. However, no one is buying anything. So, look, guys, all you gotta do, if you're going to Amazon to buy something and you can think about it, it just, you click the link, we get a small slice, it helps out. And we're probably gonna get a bunch of hate comments on me just, going off on that little tangent, and I don't give a shit because this show doesn't pay for itself.
It was like 2 years ago. We got hit up real bad.
Yeah, well, I don't really care. 2 weeks ago, I told people who were going to leave hate comments to fuck off, and you know what? Here we are, and it's
dude,
been
4
just
years
fine.
in, man, he's back.
Dude,
he does not care.
There are no fucks given.
First year, he was trying to be nice to everybody. I was the dickhead, and now it's just
I don't give a shit.
And I got thrown in the fucking work. Something.
Well, people don't hate you yet.
No, not yet. In fact, Dean really likes you.
Dean has been kind of
he's been solid.
Yeah. I don't know what.
I guess some people like me for some reason. I don't know why. But.
So anyway, let's jump into our first segment here. Let's talk fantasy and what could have been a horrible day for me. Luckily, thanks to you, called that for me.
What'd you have to
I
tell him?
shouldn't have said
You
it.
yelled at me about giving Matt advice last
I know.
year, and you give him advice, man. He did not make it in.
I
I just
I
felt
would-
bad, man. I just felt bad.
You
for
almost
the
got screwed on Teasdale. Oh, you were real close. Teasdale not making it in, then Jalik swore.
You know the funny thing-
guy. I was rooting against Tuesday.
So was I. I was really hoping.
So the real ironic thing is I picked Carno last week, and he got in.
Well, yeah, but he
He
was
was
on
also
the
in the
250.
I know. But see, that's where that name popped up in my head, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just take him. He's been in. I know it. And yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been doing this for like 2 years
And
now.
he's
And he's
also
never-
into the 450 class.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize
Also,
all that.
probably
Okay, I
riding
didn't realize all
He is
that.
riding
I don't want to
250.
hear it. All right,
Yeah.
here's what I know.
Anyway.
I made my pick. I changed it. It's totally fine. So in the Pulp Fantasy, which we do have a league, make sure to go join it. We are giving out podium prizes for the top 3 at the end of the year. What they are, we'll just see when we get there.
My
It's
buddy
going to be a
Derek,
surprise to
I don't
everyone.
think he watches this, but Derek has a commanding leader.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
I seen that.
So anyway, I scored 246. I had Joey Crown for max out of 52 points. Thank you,
Only
Joey
max out
Crown. Enzo Lopes kind of is the one that screwed me there with 11. I had McKellerath, got me the full 26. And I had Isaac Teasdale snuck in there through the LCQ to score me 30 in the 450 class.
By a naughty.
Yeah, he got. Ooh.
Well, Jolique, you know, as it. Anyway,
Jolique.
and then 450s, I had Tickle on the great Tickle, my pickle return here, got me
Tickleback.
36. Bowers scored me a solid 30, which was good.
Almost went with him.
Wilson, which was who I changed Carno out for, which thank you very much, scored me 42. And then AC with his little whatever AC moment happened there, got me 19. So overall, not a bad week. Like I said, I'm going 240 to 260 every single week, and I'm going to spank the shit out of you boys by the end of the
Well,
season.
I'm back in action. I've been in the top 1,000 like the last 2-3 weeks. So.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever.
I'm
So
on
how
my East
about,
Coast swing. I'm back on the run.
Okay, all right. Well, let's hear these fantasy.
Premier him.
I don't. You pick.
Let's just go right in line.
Okay.
MIA. Let's hear something
Alright.
out of your mouth.
By the way, he did not bring us tacos today, so blow him up in the comments here for that.
I had 238. 250s, I picked J Mark because I figured at I think he was at a 4 handicap. That why not? I mean, it's real hard pressed unless he hits the ground that he's gonna be out of the top 5.
Yep.
I also had Nick Gaines, which Cole, really hated me on that one about it being a pinball. He almost didn't make it in through the heat race. That was a little sketchy. I think he ended up like 14th or 15th. Hill, he had a 3 handicap. It wasn't great. I think if he gets a start, he'll be a top 10 guy consistently. And then finally, who else did I have in the 250s? I'll have to go back to that. But 450s, I had Tickle because I think that was a pretty popular pick because he had like an 8 handicap, I think, 7 handicap.
Yeah.
And he's been looking good in the preseason. Like he even said his cardio probably wasn't going to be good, but once again, a 7 handicap. And then I also had Martin Davalos, who I need to stop picking. Kenny is my all-star, which I almost got screwed on that one. And then, oh crap. I don't remember who my other one is.
If y'all would write this down, it would be.
I think I looked.
Very
I don't
beneficial.
know. Did you have
Yeah.
Chisholm?
No, no. I didn't have any of the
Seven
privateers.
Deuce
No. But anyways, it'll come back to me and I'll say it later. I ended up having 238. It was a better weekend than the week before, but I'm going backwards a little bit from the West Coast swing, so I need to pick my shit up going into the Triple Crown.
First lap leaders, anybody?
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
Nope.
I haven't done it either. I will next week for Triple
Yep.
Crown, though.
Triple Crown, I will.
I had 272.
I saw that.
Yeah, Matt had 282. That was
Yeah,
stupid.
that was the thing too.
Yeah, Matt, shaking my head. Anyway, 250 class. I went Garrett Marchbanks for my All-Star. He was like a 5 or something like that.
Risky.
Oh,
but solid.
Schmoda was the other 250 guy.
Oh, yeah, I had Schmokes too. Anyway, I didn't really feel like that was that risky when I saw him in practice, and then he just looked pretty good. And then some of the rides he was putting on last year, 1 year more mature.
Yep.
I just figured he
He was
was
hot sauce.
definitely going to be better than 7th. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he was going to max out, and he did. He had a great ride, which we'll get into.
Yep.
And then I went Joe Shimoda. I've been a little critical on Shimoda. You guys know that.
Well, I think everybody has.
But he's a factory rider. Like he's got to be in the top 10. 5 handicap. There was a lot to work with there.
Yep.
So went with him. I went with Crown at a 14. You guys were a little critical, a little hesitant on that, but
Whoa.
Well, he went.
Don't lump me in there, because I was like, bro, he can make this. Especially
Okay.
seeing
Well,
his
one of these
qualifying
guys-
That
time.
was me.
He was
Okay.
top 10 in
Well,
qualifying.
I was kind of the same way because I've seen him launch berms. I've seen him do all kinds of crazy stuff.
I mean, kind of like
last
Sexton.
year. And what?
Kind of like
Sexton in practice.
Yeah, and then he tried blaming it on the other guy.
I think was that Jace? I think that was Owen.
It was.
Was it
I mean,
Starling? Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
it kind of was.
Yeah, and he
but-
blamed it on him.
Whatever.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of what the hell from Sexton. And I was like, you look like a foreigner. Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
like I said, Shimoda paid off good for me. Crown, after seeing the off-season races, the straight rhythm, Paris, was able to hold it together through all those races.
Yep.
And I was like, he's got to be able to put it in the main. He's got speed. So, and he went from down in the first corner into the main.
Yeah, he almost had to go to the LCQ.
But yeah, so I was happy with that. And then my last guy, who else did I have? Here we are, drawing blanks again.
I know.
You guys look like idiots.
Yeah, I look like an idiot.
I don't know who the 450
I don't know why you guys don't just write this down.
Yeah, we should
Very
just write this
simple.
down. My other guy, yeah, Shimoda, Crown, and I had John Short. Reason I went with John Short is because I saw him in the LCQ the last weekend, and he was about made it in the main in the 450 class, and he was riding a 250F. So like this guy's in race mode. He's been riding the 250, 8 handicap. That was like a no-brainer for me. And then 450 class, I went Chisholm. I was a little nervous down in the first corner, made it back into the main in the heat. He was a 9 handicap, and he just knows what he does. You guys know
Chiz
that.
is just gonna chiz,
He's
bro.
just chiseling and jizzing
He's-
all over.
He's getting in there.
And then we got,
You had Cunningham.
I had Cunningham at a 12. A little nervous going into the LCQ, but at a 12, I'd seen that guy being solid and being able to at least beat 2 people, getting double points.
And then you see that Chad's in there, so it's like, well, that's
Yeah, and Chad, like, he just can't go the distance anymore, even on Ellie. And then, hot take. Anyway, so then, and then I had Tickle my pickle, and then I went Roxon.
Wait, did all 3 of us pick Tickle?
I think so.
Yeah.
He probably
He had like a
super high
45
pick trend,
pick
yeah.
trend. And I figured first week back, like he's gonna lose all his value going into next week.
Yeah.
So had to go with him. Next week in Triple Crown, so got a couple guys saved. So be interesting. Had a great week. Hopefully we can keep this swinging and moving. And yeah.
Crown's handicap's going to get screwed, though, man. I guarantee he's in the single digits next week.
Anybody play RM?
I don't play it anymore.
I did. I got Roxon at 3rd. Didn't even put Anderson in my top 5.
That was a good
Barsha
idea.
5th.
That was a good idea.
He would have been in the top 5 though. But I don't know. I don't pay attention to that anymore. So
I mean, I scored 59 on it. My girlfriend scored 80-something points on it. She
Jesus.
fucking picked Bowers for 15.
I should have went Tomac. I don't know why I didn't. But
Yeah, there was one other one
something
I had.
about Tomac
right.
in 90-degree corners.
Oh, I think I had Kenny in 3rd was what I had. I had Kenny
Yeah,
in
I got
3rd
that
and then a
one.
couple other in the top 5. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, so that is all. So before we jump into 250s here and start talking about these East Coast guys, that track blew, right?
Most
It was
basic
fucking
track of the
awful.
year.
Oh, it was pretty basic. The sand was sick though.
If it
I
was
will-
not for the sand, though, it would have sucked.
I will say, though, did you guys notice for how basic that track was, though, if you didn't hit the fast line, how much time you actually
Oh,
lost?
a lot.
Okay.
Whole lot.
Because everything you
I saw
either
guys
going-
doing different options before the triple where they were going on off.
single
on,
bounce
on,
over the
off,
face,
or double.
triple.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
to not hit the fast line, you lost so much time because you were just going double, bounce in the face, or out of the 90s you were rolling. So that was a little weird. Like normally you don't see that. There is other lines you can gain a little bit of momentum, but for how basic it was,
Yeah.
the fast line was leaps and bounds better than the second.
Yeah, I mean, and it's fine. They can't all be great. So, but
well, Arlington should be pretty good.
yeah, but I mean, the stand section is what saved that track from being just completely a waste
I
of my
thought
time.
Eli was gonna.
Although at the end of that 450 main, though, dude, that freight train of guys from like what 4th back to
man.
9th. I don't remember the last time I seen it. Like, dude, I didn't even know what the hell was happening. Like,
No,
when Anderson went off the
bad.
track, Barsha was in there, Brayton was in there. I'm like, holy.
Barshin was doing the high top fade from left to right through the woods.
Dude, that was
Oh, yeah.
crazy. And I was waiting.
Anderson got bumped off the track and then docked.
I was waiting for somebody to like cross over in the whoops and just take like 3 people out at the same time. So that was cool on that end. It just sucks that we didn't get to see that whole last lap.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, the track that was, in my opinion, the worst one of the year so
Worst
far.
one so
Yeah.
far, yeah.
Yeah.
They've been
Yep.
doing a pretty good job. But
And 90
this
degree
one-
corners always suck anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Tomac track. Anything 90-degree Tomac goes good on.
Yeah, well, especially
You should know
that dirt.
Yeah.
One last thing, we got quite a bit of feedback on it last week. Shit kits and lit kits.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, go ahead. We got a few minutes here still.
Okay, so I don't remember. Like, did you do
I'm
that for
going-
both classes or just 450s?
Just all together.
It's
Okay.
all together.
Lit kits, Geico Honda boys. bike, gear, everything. I thought
The St. Jude's,
Oh,
the white,
yeah.
that was
Yep.
good.
The
Yep.
white looked good. The gear looked pretty sick. It's a little different.
Yep.
Shit kit. I don't know. Everybody looked pretty good this week, but let's go with that Cowie team, Carno, the Just One gear.
Yeah, with him, who was it? Carno, Justin Thompson, and Lacurcio.
Cartwright.
And Lacurcio was on that team, right? Or is he on a different Cowie team?
Lacurcio's on that team too.
Yeah, no, that's
Cartwright, you could see him on the ground pretty good with the bagging incident, so that was the shit kit.
That's just too much green.
Yeah,
No.
shit kit goes to those boys.
I definitely agree on the Geico. I have to pay more attention. I completely forgot about that.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back to my shit kit a little bit. I think it's cool because it was different and they brought in some outside people, but the Fox kind of artist gear, whatever that AC was in,
Yep.
it just didn't really do it for me. It was cool just because of the concept of it,
Yep.
but I don't know if it looked that great.
I will say any of the St. Jude stuff for obvious reasons, but even if you were to just take it the fact that it is St. Jude's, I think all of the kits were pretty cool. The graphics were pretty good.
Yeah.
And there were like fine little details, like on some of the Yamaha
Tickle
teams.
stuff was cool.
Yeah, and then the Rock River guys, there was like little things on the gas tanks and stuff. So some of the privateers actually had some pretty cool gear, but no, I'll have to pay attention next time because I completely forgot about that. But I do agree on the Geico. They definitely had some really cool stuff. So
That red plate on the white pop.
All
not
right.
anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
That shit's gone.
We'll get into that.
And Travis is just out on this because I guess he doesn't care.
I just don't pay that close of attention to it. I do agree.
Yeah, I can see.
I. You ever been punched in the mouth?
He's like,
on
yo,
a YouTube show.
Fuck you.
Anyway, wait till you see the gear I'm rocking when I come out this year to ride, bro.
What are you wearing?
Dude, bro, don't worry about it. Wait till you see it.
You got?
And by the way, I'm
I don't
excited.
know. It's
Started
canvas
looking,
gear.
Started looking at parts the other day, so yeah. This
Hey,
shit's
I'm
about to
super
pop
pumped,
off.
dude. This pit bike series is gonna be a thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What?
I may have to get in on this.
What are we talking about?
Don't worry about it.
No, we're gonna
You
have a
don't- It
TLR.
doesn't fucking matter. You don't
It's gonna
show
be
up half
it's
the
gonna be
time,
a
so.
TLR open house / pit bike race.
Where?
This hasn't been
Here?
discussed yet. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
The hell? Where? Here?
Bring him out, Carson
Yeah,
Brown.
pit bike track right out there.
I bet you you could probably get Carson Brown and just be like, yo, is there a big
Yeah,
double?
Okay. There's a triple out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway,
Look for news on that to drop here within probably the next.
Breaking.
I don't know. Whenever the 1,000 subscriber show comes out.
Apparently, we're having a pit bike race at my place, on my track.
That'll be cool.
That'd be great.
It would be pretty cool.
I gotta get the track.
Maybe I'll go get a line of credit. We'll get a brand new pit bike. We'll build it, and then we'll unveil it at the pit bike race.
Okay.
Do like some Two Brothers Gold James Stewart stuff?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we're not talking
Anyway,
about James being
but
at
as
the
far as
track
the
this
shit
time.
kit lit kit goes, no, the shift stuff with the white Geico bikes was hot. I made comments about that.
Do we talk
I
about
liked it.
the star stuff is just still boring.
Yep.
Oh yeah, shit kit. Anybody in Thor?
Yeah, which is, I normally don't say that, but that was just boring, dude. Star, you got to step your game up because your shit blows.
Anyway.
Anyway, we'll move on. We'll get to 250s here after this quick break. Okay, so 250 class, we're starting off
Oh,
with
one thing.
Jesus.
No. Can we agree that the East Coast
Wow.
First, you show up for the first time in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden you just
He
want
didn't
to
even get the intro out of his
I
mouth.
was gonna say, go ahead. No. The floor is yours now.
Come out
partner.
firing. Let's
Can
go.
we agree that East Coast is super deeper than West Coast?
At the top, yes.
Super deeper.
Super deeper.
It
Super
falls
deep.
off really hard after the top 6, but yes.
I don't agree. No, I'm talking about as a whole. Is like if you compare the top 15 of the East and the top 15 of the West.
No, I think it is a lot deeper.
It is
because
a lot-
I mean,
you can split it into 2 groups. Privateer group is deeper, and factory.
Perfect
group is
example.
deeper.
And this is and
Okay,
it's
yeah.
funny because we were just talking about Carson Brown. No disrespect, Carson has made leaps and strides better this year. He doesn't hit the ground as much. But there's no way in hell
Owen,
Carson
Oates.
Brown would get top 10 on the East Coast.
Right.
I'm sorry because I don't think Carson's faster than Josh Hill. And that's my point. So
Superoffs is solid, dude. I almost went with him in fantasy.
Jace Owen, Kyle Peters. I mean, once again, I like the West Coast guys, and we're not talking about with Fortner and Frenchie. We can take them out of the equation, even Cooper. But so I don't like to be heat on guys. Braden Hartranft, dude, I can't see him getting a top 5 on the East Coast. There's no way.
rough.
There's no way.
That would
So
have been tough for him.
I just think that the first time in a long time the East Coast is deeper all the way through. Now, yes, if you go 15 back, that's where things get dicey and stuff. But I think it's deeper. I just really do, which is good.
I agree with that. I agree with, like, privateer side's just deeper too.
It's crazy. Well, you even made that comment, like when we were talking about with fantasy, you were like, it's stacked. when you were talking about like picking guys and stuff, like who to pick.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There are 29 dudes that were at Tampa who had made a main event.
And let's be honest, Pierce Brown is not there yet. I think he's back in Arlington. Cole Nichols, I think, is coming back in Atlanta. Brian Moreau looks like he's done. Like he's not even.
Dude.
That's not a good deal.
No.
It's not. Like, yeah, I guess he's stable, but they don't really have any more information on
I
him.
heard he had no feeling in his legs, and
then I saw a picture of him dragging his ass off the track. They didn't even put him on the fucking back.
For anybody that doesn't know, Brian Moreau was the French rookie coming over for TLD, and we did his shit first lap of non-time practice.
Second.
Was it second lap?
Second lap.
Okay, so
Yep.
he was probably. Does anybody know where it was? Was it the whoops? Was it the 333?
I don't remember. I just
don't
listened to it this morning. All I know is it's fucking.
Because the only thing I can think of is that I watched him in press day, a couple videos from people that were in the stands, and like he was one of the first guys to go 333 on the 250, and he wasn't cleanly getting over the first one. He was clipping it with the rear wheel, and when I heard that he crashed, the only thing I can think of is he just clipped it and fucking endoed
333.
Yeah, I don't know.
on the far side where you go 3-3 and then the triple.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So 3-3-3, whatever.
I got
It's
you.
all speculation right now. So, hey bud, how we doing?
What up?
Give me just a sec here.
Okay, no rush.
So yeah, so he is jacked up.
Yeah.
I mean I read on the Motocross Action Post that it was
Or C7.
Yeah, C7. But shoot, man, I don't know. Let's stop him here. Let's take a quick break here.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna continue right on, but we'll be right back. I just
Business
gotta
first.
do
Business.
one thing. Yeah.
Anyways,
All right, so we're back.
And we're
Sorry
back.
about that.
Business has been completed.
We had customer picking up some wheels, so that's cool. This show.
What kind
can
of
go
wheels?
on. 17-inch Dayton's,
Dayton's.
bro. Dayton's, baby. 17s too. From what I understand,
Legit
those are pretty
Dayton's, too.
rare.
Is it going
Like
to Cadillac?
big lip. I have no idea.
Oh.
No,
I
they were
absolutely
sick.
no
I don't
idea.
like Dayton's usually, but those were.
Yeah, well, they were 17s, which are bigger. They have a big lip, which he told me was rare. So
Yeah, head over to the TLR page. I'm sure there'll be some pictures.
They will be. They'll be up there. So anyway, okay. So we talked about
Back to the motocross stuff.
Yeah, go back to the motocross stuff. Anyway, so we talked about the French sensation crashing already. So let's just start from the top down. How about Shane? Let's not shit on Shane. Let's talk
I
about
kind of
Shane.
seen that coming. I should have called it. Who did I call? Martin?
Was that a
last
surprise
week?
to anybody?
no, you call. If I remember correctly, you called Jay Martin. So did I, way back, and you called RJ.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that too.
Yes.
Yeah. McElrath, he
looks good.
man,
on
he
the
just
Yamaha.
did what he does.
He looks good on the Yamaha. Now,
That is an opener.
see, there you go. This is where we're already disagreeing, and it was in the
boy.
comments.
Oh boy.
I said, is this finally going to be his year? And old Travis over here, fucking old.
He comes
you know,
out
grumpy
swinging every
pants,
time.
Comes out swinging. It's not going to happen this fucking time. Well, this year it doesn't matter if he points out, so he's not actually trying to miss races.
Ooh,
Whoa.
that too.
Whoa, slip that in.
What a power move by Yamaha and Shane.
God, he looks good though.
He does look good on that thing.
Yeah.
Comfy, just
How about that 12-second win of the heat race?
How about let's just get like 4 weeks in, all right?
well,
where
he's
he's
done
at.
that before. Got 4 weeks in, and then the bike broke.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
maybe it's not a KTM this time, so maybe it won't break.
Yep.
Let's just get like 4 or 5 weeks.
He's got
in
that
there.
big bore Yamaha. He's gonna get started.
It's a fucking 350.
Oh god, we're way off the rail. You come back and we get off the rail.
Well,
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
just gonna say I think Shane is the guy.
Really?
I think J Mart can give him some trouble.
Well, yeah, we'll get
I
into
think
that
Sexton's just gonna be Sexton.
Well, let's just talk about it a little bit more
I think
McElrath
Sexton's
before we
gonna
go
get in
down.
his own head.
I'll talk about that in a second. As far as McElrath, I do think this year is better. He looks a lot better on that Yamaha. We know how much, engine package wise that thing is. The KTM's were good. But I just disagree, man. I don't ever remember Shane going out right out the front. He was at the top of the board all the way to the last lap of the second qualifier. When's the last time he's won a heat race by 12 seconds?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't keep track of that shit.
That's my point, dude. This looks different, and he looked good the whole
It
entire
doesn't
time.
look different. It looks like Shane doing Shane shit at the fucking opener for the 250s.
Oh, now he's gonna do it.
Consistent.
Like outside of last year when it fucking rained at Anaheim, since I've been back, this is pretty much what I've seen Shane do.
Yeah, and then like I said, in 2017, he had the points lead, and then he had a bike malfunction, so that wasn't his fault.
What about the year before? He won the year before. Too.
Well,
He won
2000 yeah,
like
but
2
two-
or 3 of these in a
I don't
row.
usually count rookie season.
But the year before that, though, he was never in the title chase. He had won races, but he had never backed it up.
Okay,
McElrath-
but again, he's won 2 or 3 of these openers since I've been back, since
He
we've
has.
been doing the show.
But he's also never done East Coast.
Well, that is also a thing.
And he also grew up on the East Coast.
Yep. And I don't know. He looked different.
I'm not saying you can't be right. I'm not
But
saying
it is a little ass backwards. I don't think the East Coast thing matters right now from living on the East Coast.
No.
Because being contracted to Yamaha, he is required to live out in California.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in that whole. Now I do think that obviously some guys fit the tacky stuff compared to the hardpack stuff. That is, but the whole growing up on different coasts, I think when you get to this level, especially Shane's level, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it just doesn't because. I mean,
maybe just peace of mind though.
Well, even look at Fortner though. Like everybody was like, "Oh, he's going to the West Coast. He's not going to do good on the hard pack dirt." And we obviously have seen that other than Frenchie, he's been fine this year. So I just don't believe in that whole thing. But I can see where you're skeptical about it. But I don't remember Shane being that good the whole entire day.
I'm gonna just gloss over the Fortner comment that was just made.
Why?
For time's sake.
Well, you got. Okay.
I don't know. We probably agree on that.
I don't know what he's talking about. But anyways,
Like I said, we're just gonna gloss over that.
Okay,
right
so your second guy.
Continue on with the race.
Did Smith get second in the race, or is he just second on your list?
No, he's just second on my list.
God, he looks terrible on that Kawasaki.
Is that
not
panic
good.
button pushed after
No.
one round?
No, not really. But he looks terrible on that bike.
That was fucking horrible.
In practice, he didn't look very good.
God, he looks horrible on that Kawasaki.
Dude, that was awful.
That was like
All
his
he did
speed
was go backwards.
His speed was there, but yes, he crashed a lot, which is a typical Jordan Smith thing. But this like 3-4 times and throughout the day, he looks terrible on that bike, which is really weird because I thought his style, because he does have really good technique, would fit that longer base chassis. But God, he stiffens out. He looks tall on that bike.
does look tall.
I don't understand what it is, and what is up with the bars like all the way rolled forward, dude.
So
I didn't look at any of
at
that.
what point does he stop getting rides? Because I mean, yeah, I know he was in the hunt kind of there.
Well,
for
last year he
title,
was the second guy to Fortner before he got hurt.
but it's just
Yeah, Jordan Smith would have won the title last year. He would have won the title the year before that if he didn't yard sale.
He would have won. Yeah, he would have won.
But
Yeah,
this is Jordan
So
Smith.
theoretically,
this is if
don't know
and buts
how,
or buts.
but he's been able to pull 2 years in a row where he should.
Watch, he'll
have
go to Arlington this weekend and win 2 out of the 3 mains and
Well, they
all
could
of it
do
with
that.
a jacket.
Yeah.
Jordan does this though. This is what
Shit jacket.
He's got Baggett syndrome.
he has races where you scratch your head and then the next weekend he comes out and you're like, oh, that's why he has a ride. Because he just does that. Because like you always like to say, we can work with speed. And let's be real, Jordan has a ton of speed.
Yeah, but at some point I can't work with speed because all I do is hit the deck, which is what he's doing, is just hitting the deck.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of guys that do that and stuff. But yeah, no, I agree. He just, I don't know. And I thought he would look good on that Cowie. God, he looks terrible. That
Absolutely
bike does
horrible.
not look good for his style.
Absolutely horrible.
So I don't really have an explanation.
Speaking
But
of
his
hitting the deck,
teammate.
Oh, you want to? What?
Wait, where did you want to go?
Oh,
I
yeah.
said speaking of hitting the deck, which we'll get into.
Oh, so we're gonna go right over to get. That's who you have.
That's what I'm next.
That was good
Thanks.
For
Dude.
for Marchbanks.
that
Oh
was
yeah,
great.
he came from a ways back.
That
He
was
wants to win.
great.
He says
That's
he
why
wants
I
to
picked him
win.
in fantasy.
He says he wants to win races this year.
I think it can happen.
Do you think he can win? You think he can win a couple mains or just one?
I would say just one, but I think
He's
he can
18
do
years
it.
old.
What about you? You think he can win a main?
I think he can win a Triple Crown, man.
So like an overall or just an actual like individual? main?
Oh, like a real main.
Yeah, like an overall main.
Mm,
God, his whip speed's good. I mean, he's a tall kid, so that's expected.
it just kind of depends on how the cards fall from Alcaraz, honestly.
Okay.
That's what I'm basing it off of.
Does he? I
So
mean,
all on this McElrath hype train.
no, because I have some. Well,
I just cannot-
depending on who's on your list, I have some different things to say about some different guys. But no, Marchbanks looks really good.
He did second year.
I think
Yeah.
he can. I honestly believe because he looks like he's not hitting the ground as much. I think he only crashed like 1 time throughout the day, and that was in the
Yeah.
whoops, just like everybody else did. I think he could. I mean, he could end up top 3 in the points by the end of the
I
year
think so too.
because his speed's there.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I don't know. I was impressed though. That was
he
crazy.
can
No, I was
Contain where it
impressed.
doesn't hit the
That's
deck.
who I put it. That's what I Twitter fingered that.
Twitter fingered it.
Yeah, I said Marchbanks was the most impressive of that main, in my opinion.
Yep. Every time he passed Jordan Smith, I was just like, number 2 is passing the number 1. That's impressive. And this is why Jordan Smith, in my opinion, should not have a ride. But whatever.
Well, neither
Jordan Smith should have a ride.
Jimmy Dakota shouldn't have a ride by those standards either.
He was pretty muffed
Do
up,
we
though.
count? Yeah.
I don't really care.
He has a cracked pelvis.
All right, last year. Anyways, all right, let's go.
5 all year. Come on now.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What? Jordan Smith was second until he got hurt.
Yeah, Jordan Smith's good. You're
Okay.
shitting on him a little
No.
harder than what you should.
No, I'm not.
All right, can we
Because
just go
the
to
only
can we
guy
just go to the defending champion? That's your boy. I like Chase too, but that's your boy.
He's gonna repeat, right?
No.
You don't think so?
No, hell no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hell no.
God, you're fucking high every time we do
I
the show.
don't like how he acts.
Yeah, he's becoming a little bit too big for his britches, and in all due respect, I like Chase.
I like
his
how
family.
he drifted over on the finish line, about landed on that guy, and then got up and
Starling.
lifted his hands up like it was...
Starling was on the backside.
Yeah.
Like, what is he supposed to do?
And Starling was way over to the right as far as
He was
possible.
out of the main line. What is he supposed to do? Have eyes in the back of his head?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, bro,
And then what else
sorry.
happened? Didn't he crash in the sand or something in practice or something? And then he threw his hands
I
up
think
like
so.
a little girl.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he's becoming a little bit of a
man.
prima donna. I think that he, for whatever reason, has this cloud over him, and I was thinking about this on the way over here, this cloud over him where I just can't see him winning races consistently. I mean, look at last year. Like, he was the third best guy until Jordan got hurt, then he became the second best guy, and we know he never had anything for Fortner, okay? So Fortner goes out in Nashville. We're like, okay, Chase is going to finally get his first win.
he didn't even win.
And the
Fucking
thing,
Party Marty won.
and the thing with Cooper, now that was a little bit out, but that's what I mean though, just dumb shit. It took all the way to the second to last round for him to get a win. And if I remember correctly, he wasn't even the fastest guy that day. Martin was, but Martin did Martin things and pushed the front. So like, I just don't see it. Like, people were like, oh, he caught McElrath at the end of that race. No. Shane, you could clearly tell from his lap times, was backing it way down.
Yeah.
I don't. If he's going to win this title again this year, it's going to be the exact same thing as last year. Somebody's going to dominate the whole entire series. They're going to crash, and he's going to pick up another. I don't even know who you could say his title. Justin Bogle. He's going to have a Justin Bogle title.
I thought he looked real good compared to how he has looked in the past.
But but that's
He
the
always
thing.
looks that good.
But that's the thing though. That's a Chase Sexton ride. But where through that whole entire day did you go? That guy deserves a championship again. He got second, and people were like, "Oh, he did. He did." But he was never in the same league as McElrath.
Well, no, but that's not anything abnormal for the first round with Shane. We've been over this.
But he did.
Shane
But what
kills the first round.
But what about last year though? He was never on Fortner's pace, and he was not.
last year, but I feel like the way he looks all day Saturday, he has taken another step. He's taken another step not only in the way he rides,
so not being able to catch Jeremy
but
Martin has been off for a
physically.
year and a half.
What he's not being able to catch Jeremy Martin. Did he not get second? He got second, right?
Yeah, but
Jeremy
he also
Martin
didn't
got
gap
third.
Jeremy. He also didn't gap Jeremy either.
He didn't. No,
Couldn't catch him in the heat.
he didn't. But the thing is Jeremy has something that you can't buy, build, or train, and he's got that fire in him right now because of how he feels he's got slighted. And I think there's a lot of animosity going on between J Mart and Sexton right now.
His girl too. You know, I'm just playing.
Because I don't know if you guys saw that interview from Press Day, but they were interviewing Martin and Sexton's like, yeah, I just want to dominate and win races, and Martin just kept poking at him, kind of like, oh yeah, the big
Mr.
factory
guy.
Honda guy, yeah.
Yep.
Like J-Mart, I think feels like he should have that ride, and is kind of pissed off.
Well, he
doesn't
should.
it.
He should. The only reason he doesn't is because he's been out for the last year and a half. So no, I'm not saying that.
He was poking fun at him to his face, or just
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like
I didn't
in
see
the-
that. I just
Well,
heard that
in
they
the
were
interview,
talking.
yeah, he kept saying like, "Oh, Mr. Factory over here."
Because Sexton was all up there looking like, yeah, I just want to dominate and win races and all that, and then I
Oh,
can
he
see-
thinks he's the man.
he does think he's the man.
Yeah.
I can't see it again. I think the only way he wins his backs this title up is he gets it handed to him. I just don't, because there's going to be races where, in my opinion, his starts are either going to be terrible or he's going to get a good start, but he's not going to have the speed at the beginning. And let's be real, we talked about what Fortner liked, what he did last year coming through the pack, and he goes all pinball. I think if Chase gets a terrible start and he realizes how much deeper the East is this year, he's going to start pinballing off people. With his
He
attitude,
needs a humbling.
he's gonna and he's gonna piss off the wrong person. Like we talked about this last year with Fortner. When was it gonna happen? When was it gonna happen? And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, Chase, I think
Something's
is
gonna happen. He's kind of a crybaby, like the whole Cooper deal. The Cooper deal was out of, whatever.
and I'll just wait till Josh Hill put his ass over the berm. He won't even care.
That'd be sweet.
And then he'll just punch him for good measure.
No, he'll have his brother come over and punch him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Dude, did you
fucking
see him
weird.
get yelled at by the official on TV too?
The official walked up to him. and
Yeah, I
was
was like, dude, stop!
Quit.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Shut-
that was cool.
Quit hitting the barrier.
All right, so who
So
else?
that's Sexton. I'm not really too
I
high
wasn't-
on Sexton right now.
No, I wasn't impressed. I really wasn't.
I was. I thought they looked way
Bike looked
better.
good.
I thought they looked 100% better than what he has in past years.
Wait.
Bike looked good.
What?
Oh, okay. I was wait. You didn't have the name down, but you have a couple other things written.
Yeah, well, I have some notes.
Oh.
Some people I don't have like lots
Okay.
of notes for.
right.
So who do you want to talk about? J Mart?
Well, no, I want to talk about RJ.
Okay, I thought you wanted to talk about J Mart.
No, I
He was
want.
going to win the title, and I was.
I still have him winning the
Talk about
title.
it.
I still have Jamar winning the title, but I want to talk about RJ.
J Mart's not going to win the title.
He's gonna win the
I
title.
think he's gonna
Not
say.
gonna win.
I think J. Martin can pull it out.
I want to talk
It's
about
going to be between him and
You just
Sugar,
sat here.
Sugar Shane.
You just sat here and gargled Shane for 12 minutes.
No, Sugar Shane
And now you want to tell me that J
Sugar Shane and Jumpin' Jeremy are going to come down.
I picked J-Mart for the title. I'm not after one race going to back off that bandwagon.
J-Mart can't put together a Supercross season. That's all there is to it.
That's why that third place was so impressive, because in years past he would have blown it and hit the ground.
No. That was typical J-Mart.
No, it wasn't!
Coming out fired up. He's pumped.
He wasn't
ready.
fired up, dude. He literally just, after Chase
Oh,
passed him in the main.
halfway through the season, and he'll fucking have to go through an LCQ and miss a main. And then
Yeah, because that
go
happened
there.
so many times in the last time he raced Supercross. But he put a beat down on Fortner and Osborne. But okay, anyway.
Anyway.
RJ, I want to talk about RJ. I fully believe that if RJ gets a start, he's going to gap everybody.
You know he was sick, right? That was his problem.
Well, he's also riding with a blown out knee.
Yeah, well...
What?
That
Dude,
is-
he has no ACL.
That isn't a problem.
I don't give a
Doc
shit.
G said
The
that he
blown
was
out
fine.
ACL, I think, that's going to come back to bite him. He's going to be out for surgery.
I think that's...
Not from what I've heard.
I don't know about the sick thing and the ACL. Like, guys have ridden with that before. It's not like it's a great idea. But I think that RJ, if he gets a start, I think he's the fastest guy in the class. But that's the problem. He doesn't get starts.
No, he just did. He did what he's done.
Dude, his
I
fastest...
don't care how much of a reset he had. Reset this, and this. He did what he does. He can be the fastest guy on any given day, and then just shit himself all over in the main.
I went back and looked at the lap times, and his fastest lap in the main, I think, was almost a second faster than Shane's.
Yeah, he did have fast
Like, and then obviously in the last lap. But that's the thing, though. If he gets a start, I don't think he's going to put himself in those positions to just bonsai and blow up because he's pushing so hard. But he looked different on that Husky. And that bike, I don't know, something about it.
He's on the Baker juice, too.
Yeah, he is on the Baker juice because obviously he don't feel anything in that knee.
Nope.
But I'm serious, guys. Like, I know that you're super critical of RJ. You've kind of been with me and defended him in the past, but also kind of been on the other side. But, dude, he came from like, what, 14th in the main? And he was in the top 5 before he crashed.
Yeah.
Like, nobody else was moving forward in that main. Like, everybody was just kind of like, hey.
Yeah.
And he was just going for it. And once again, yes, he did RJ things like your notes say. But, dude, his speed was next level.
I will. Let's just back off the hate train here. I do think that he is going to be different this year.
Yeah.
Number one, the knee problem. I've heard multiple times that he is 100% on it. Doc G has said he's 100% on it. It's a situation of
I just don't like to comment on the
They
injury stuff.
win it. Well, this is just all I've heard. This
Yeah.
is her. Obviously, as you guys know, I spend a lot of time working alone, so I listen to a lot of different shit. He did blow it out. And it was a couple of days, couple of weeks there, I can't remember exactly what he said, where it was kind of touch and go. Like, he wasn't really sure if he was going to actually ride or not, but he is
Baker
okay.
still made him train.
He was okay, 100% ready to go. Now, he was sick, from what I
didn't know
understand.
that.
He did not ride all week. He rode 5 laps one day and could not stand
So
up.
that
What
makes
the
it
hell's
even
going on down there in that place? They all making out with each other? or
Something,
what?
Yeah,
dude.
something
Something.
like that.
Well, that's why Anderson's not there.
So anyway, so
that's
that
even
would
more
be-
impressive.
Yes, that would be why it was kind of like a coupe-esque ride in the opener of like he was sick and couldn't get shit.
I look at it too, like some guys handle the pressure and the nerves of the first round a little different too.
So what happened? So if he comes into this weekend healthy and he was that fast being sick, like that's what I'm saying. I think if he gets a start, now once again his starts have always been his issue, but if he gets a start, I don't know, man. Like he just might just set sail and gap everybody.
What are your guys' takes on his career mirroring Osborne's in a sense of like
Well, they
Geico
talked about
Honda,
this.
yes,
Renaissance on the
I was going to
Husky?
say everyone's been talking about this. What are your guys' thoughts on it?
I think if he can, I think if he wins a race and then repeats it, you could see the same thing.
Yeah.
Because he's around that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just struggled, and obviously he didn't go through Europe. You know, he didn't lose his ride. But yes, people have talked about that. Like he's this transformation of going from just a guy who should have been really good, that's won a couple races, podium, battled for wins. I think it could be. I really do. I'm not on the whole Eldon Baker thing, but if he comes out and wins a race, which he has not done yet in Supercross,
Yeah.
I could see it happening. And that's the thing. His confidence has always been high. It might be where that just everybody else might just be screwed.
Yeah.
Because if he gets a win, he's gonna be thinking.
definitely going to be interesting. He showed speed. He showed that the new program is kind of working for him
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. No guesswork, which is the big thing with the Baker program. No
Yep.
guesswork, no second guessing.
that bike's
just
good.
know how to go in there and do your job. So I don't know. We'll see. I think he can definitely get his first win this season.
Yeah, it's gonna be like I said. Just I stand by that. If he gets a start, it might be setting sail early. So I don't know. As for the J-Mart thing, I think that he's building and he's gonna keep building and building and just be in this be in the points, and then when you get halfway into the series, and if he's still there, I think that's when you're going to see him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Was anybody else sick of hearing about the J Mart working a regular job this time?
Yeah, I don't
last
really
year?
care. I don't really care. Christian Craig did that.
Yeah, except
Well,
for Craig
Christian
didn't
Craig
have a
also
fucking
stuck his wiener in the.
Craig didn't have a contract in his back pocket worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like,
Can we go to Jalek Swole?
like we'll talk about him in a second. Like J Mart.
So do you think when Craig went down to the courthouse to get his marriage papers, like in the contract of being married, it had something about give me a factory ride?
Oh yeah, from what I understand, yes, he has one forever. So I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. Jalek Swole. So Thomas Covington.
Is he the new Covington?
Dude, I
Looked
don't-
like it in the whoops.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that. Dude, what the fuck was he doing at the end of the LCQ there?
What do you mean?
That last
Trying to
corner.
pass for the last spot. What do you mean?
No. He wasn't. He was ahead of Teasdale and then went way the fuck outside.
Oh, okay. So that rhythm section before the whoops, like when he rolled the inside, like I said the same. It almost looked like he just dragged the clutch all the way up the face.
Well, and then before the whoops, he went way outside. Like, what are you
We
doing?
just came in there and he had like half a bike length, and all of a sudden he just stalled out. I don't know, maybe he hit neutral or something. And it didn't really like look, but dude, he just went backwards and just
It was
stalled
like
out.
who's gonna go slowest through the whoops contest, basically.
Well, I mean,
Teasdale didn't look great either.
he's kind of looking like a Jordan Bailey of his whole entire career.
So he needs to go back to a Honda.
No, he just needs to not have a factory ride.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
these
'Cause
Husky experiments are not working.
He's
out.
definitely the weak link on that team.
Yep.
I agree.
Shimoda, the other rookie.
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed.
I was too.
I think he can do better. I think he can hover that 5 to 8 range. Maybe.
Those Geico bikes are good this year, aren't they?
They are a
Because I
lot
mean,
better.
every start
Those
where they were
starts.
in, it was like it would be like fucking Smith,
Look like the Het Boys. in the
McElrath, yeah, and then fucking the 3 Hondas. So
So
I was impressed by that.
the two guys that we kind of mentioned at the start of this with Nichols and Brown. I don't know how much you guys know about Brown. I know about him quite a bit, but Nichols, where do you guys think he would fit into the series if he was 100%? Because I heard he's coming back in Atlanta, right?
Top 5, yeah, I've heard
You think so?
a couple rounds. Yeah, I think he's got to be
I don't
top
know,
5
top
too.
10.
You don't think he's top 5?
He's got to
I
be
don't
top
If he's
5.
100%, I'm saying when he's 100%.
He carried that
I
red
don't know.
plate and won multiple races last year. He's got to be
Oh,
top
Nichols
5
or-
guy.
Yeah, no, not
Brown.
Brown. Nichols.
I'm over here. I'm over here.
Daydreaming.
I'm like, what is he talking about?
Okay, yeah, not Pierce Brown.
Not Pierce Brown.
Not Pierce Brown. Yeah, Nichols can be in the top 5 guaranteed.
All right.
Pierce Brown top 10.
I think Pierce Brown is going to be a.
Here we go.
He's not quite going to have the same speed, but he's not going to be far off of what Jet was doing.
Oh,
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
a hot take.
Yeah, well, Pierce Brown put the beat into Jet a lot there last year as an amateur.
There's a big difference between a 4-lap amateur race.
No, I'm talking about like when you went to some of these pro-ams and stuff where they were 20 plus 2.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be as good. That's why I said as good as Jet. But look for him because I think he's coming back in Arlington this weekend. Look for him to come out, and if he gets it when he gets his feet wet and gets everything dialed in, he could be battling for top 5s.
Well, let's just keep it on 2 wheels and just not go to the hospital.
One thing I want to
That's
get
on
into
private row.
is somebody mentioned it in the comments that Justin knows a little bit about privateer guys. So do you want to get into some privateer stuff?
Just for a second, how much time we got?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
All right.
Or do you want to talk about Sewell making a main?
Bro, he was literally one spot out, and then I think like him and like 3 other dudes just came together. So back off. Just back off.
Well, now Pierce Brown's going to be back, so shuffling back one more.
Yeah, shuffle a bunch of people back one more.
Yep, so.
I was surprised Jace Owen didn't crash 25 times.
Yep, true.
Kyle Peters looked good.
Kyle Peters looked real good.
That Honda, that Tyloo
Sewell's a local boy.
Oh, Jesus. I don't have any
Well,
connection.
I don't see him making
It's not like Travis is my boy. I like the dude.
How old is the guy? 35?
Fucking 35. Jesus Christ. He's fucking Travis's age.
I remember
How
riding
old are
with him.
you?
He's fucking
He's
fast.
31.
You're
Yeah.
31?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
TLR got job apps?
Fuck off, dude. Jesus Christ.
I'm just being a dick, but I wish the Arena Cross Series was still around because he was good at that.
Travis will be good at Daytona. Because obviously it'll be more outdoor stuff.
Yeah. We'll
Joey
see.
Crown, though, top. Congratulations, Joey Crown. I'm still very skeptical on it. I think that this weekend will be a true test.
I was just going to ask, is this something he can repeat this year where he's in the top 10?
That Club MX team is there's an explosion waiting to happen with Lopes and Crown, and
Well, you know.
Hill is literally going to explode somebody probably, but
I think that Crown, he did really well, and I don't want to take anything away from him. But like I said, when you get Nichols coming back, Pierce Brown, The fact that Brian Moreau wasn't there. Josh Hill, what can he do if he gets a start? So I'm not saying Crown can't be a top 10 guy, but I also think that some of the stuff kind of fell his way with Joe Schmoda did go down. So that was another thing.
Okay.
So I think he can be a top 10 guy, but there was a lot of factors into that. And once again, we talk about this all the time, first race of the year. Yeah. So we'll see. But congratulations to him. That was really, really cool to see a Michigan kid get a top 10 as a privateer. Or privateer.
Yeah, well, interesting about that too, privateer stuff. Hill is on different suspension than those guys. He's got factory Yamaha stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, he's getting it from the back door.
How about
That's what I heard.
Getting it from the back door?
Yeah.
Really?
I said what I said.
Is he backdooring?
That's what I've heard. Is he's backdooring.
He's a kid.
Dude, does he not look like the guy? Have you ever watched Workaholics?
Dude,
He's cut his hair.
Doesn't he look like Blake from
He
Workaholics?
just looks like a douche.
He looks like a
That's all there
bum.
is to it.
But
Yeah.
he's a
Whatever,
He's a
he's
very
got-
rich bum.
All
He's got
right.
a chick.
All right. Let's wrap up the 250s here. Let's take a quick break. Let's move on to 450s. We shouldn't have any more interruptions, so we should be able to go straight through.
Let her rip.
450s
Get her
here.
chip.
So we'll be right back. All right, 450 time here. Who you boys want to start with?
Want to go from the top?
Oh, are you coming out swinging this time too?
Yeah, you want to come out swinging with some hot take here so I can make you look stupid again, or what?
Fuck this guy. This guy's a fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. No, go ahead, guys. Who do you want to talk about?
Look, that looks like Travis talking about McElrath over there on the floor.
Fucking looking like a baby in a pink suit.
Look, we're past the 250s, so let's not.
Oh, I got a hot take on somebody in this 450 class of fucking shit.
Would it be Jason Anderson skipping by the whoops and getting
Well,
past
no,
the last two
it's
spots?
white.
Oh, Zach Osborne?
Yeah.
We are struggling.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it for a minute, but
Yeah,
he's
think
way.
so.
No, we can start there.
Okay,
I don't
all right,
think
he
we-
went
We're jumping to the inside and then just loop Larry.
Yeah,
loop
fucking
it.
trying to take out your teammate.
I don't look. I don't.
Bro, what is happening to your boy? He is sucking a big fat one.
It is going. It is going.
Like that is like
it's going
Ron
horribly
Jeremy,
bad.
big fat one.
I can't argue.
Apologize to all the children that watch this show,
There
but
is
good.
no.
Don't
no
Google
argu-
around Jeremy.
There is
Don't do that.
no argument I can make right now. This is not going well for us.
Your boy,
Us, he says.
and I even fucking said he could possibly get top 3 in points, and I was like really struggling to say that. Now you make me feel like an asshole.
Look, here's the thing. I'm about to jump off this train.
Oh my
Run in the
god!
opposite
Fucking
direction.
been on this train for 3 fucking years. I've been hearing
Because
this
it
nothing
is
but
not-
Zach Osborne.
It is not going well right
Holy
now.
Are you
shit.
jumping off?
Now, don't get me wrong. We may
Which train
rebound
are you jumping
here.
over to?
Oh, we're rebounding,
We
huh?
may, we may rebound.
Is he going over the Savachi
Did
train?
anybody else hear Webb talking this weekend about the Webb wagon? Yeah, we got the Webb wagon back out, and it's getting back going.
Carmichael was talking about this, too.
Oh, I know. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
Anyway,
dude. What I
That's
don't know.
awesome. Embrace that shit.
What is going on with your boy, man?
Dude, honestly, I have no idea what we are doing.
Did
right
they
His
take him off
speed-
the dope?
We are fucked up.
His
though.
speed sucks. His endurance is trash. He's crashing into people.
I don't have.
Did he
I
fail
don't
the
know.
drug test? And
I
they
don't,
just
I
haven't
don't
told
know.
anybody
I
yet?
don't know if he's the next Brock Tickle or not. Like,
Bro, and you know what? It is not going to get any better. And I think when you go outdoors, it's going to get even worse.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt outdoors. I think
I'm
he'll be
not.
a little better outdoors.
I'm not. Yeah, you can't get any worse as a factory rider.
we might. Be,
He has been. Aaron Plessinger has now become the second worst factory rider on the track.
Well, Aaron Plessinger.
He did show some flash.
Osborne has become the worst factory guy on the track.
Pretty much anything that can go wrong has go wrong for us, and we're just hoping to turn this train around at some point, but it may not, and I may have to jump off and start running in the
It's
opposite
pretty
direction.
hard to turn the train around.
You know what's funny is people were like blowing him up in the comments on all the forums. They were like, how long is his contract now? And some people are like, oh, he's got another year. And they're like, thank God he's got another year. Because I'm pretty damn sure that if this keeps going, his ass is just going to go into an earlier, well, it's not early. He's going to retire.
They just cut him out and they put
Yeah,
Frenchie on that bike?
might as well, dude. Just fucking Frenchie goes straight to the head of the line.
It's bad.
It is bad.
It is bad.
That is
We are struggling.
Good lord. Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry I had to get that
Well,
off
for
my
the
chest.
sake of racing, I hope he gets it back together.
Whatever, dude.
I'm sure we'll turn this around.
Pick him in fantasy next week.
What point? Where is he at the points right now?
I don't fucking.
Like 10th?
What's his
90?
handicap this week, you think?
He had a 2 this
I don't
week.
know. I'm gonna have to pick him though.
It's up to a
It's good.
5. I might have to risk it for the biscuit.
No,
Risk
man.
it for
I
the
picked him
biscuit.
twice, and he's gotten me outside the top 10 both times. I'm done with that.
Speaking of not doing anything and struggling, how about Blake Baggett? Let's just not start.
Hey, can I just talk about how pissed I was to see his name on the starting lineup with DNS? Didn't even go to the gate. Wow, fuck the privateers.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened because he finished that heat after whatever the hell happened. Who crashed it? Cartwright? Cartwright crashed in the back of him?
Well,
or
they
Lando?
landed on Lesher or whatever.
Okay.
Everything I've heard, no one really knows.
Which sucks after the week he had.
JT said he he was okay, but he's like, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. So,
well, he says he's embracing the whole up and down ebbs and flows. So maybe he's just like, I don't feel it.
Yeah, Triple Crown next week. He's back.
maybe him and Chad should hang out and just be like, yeah, man, I'm not feeling it. Just
Blake
not
doesn't
go
like
out
to share
there.
his wife.
All right, well, that could be a thing too. Who knows? I don't really know what's going on with that. So, because Reed, I heard in his interview that he almost pulled off.
People were like, people were like saying that was going to be his last race. Even they're like, he's just going to retire way early.
No, and he's trying to get Genova to
Everything's going
sponsor his
downhill, dude.
Lamborghini.
Ellie got her bolt-ons removed. Chad's riding like shit. Like,
Well, he's not going to make it next weekend, so there's that.
no, yeah, he's
No.
got to be unless he pulls something out of his ass and puts a heater in.
He ain't making it in Arlington.
In the LCQ.
Yeah.
That'd be the only
Anyways, let's get.
All right, let's get into some people that matter. So, Kenny, what do y'all think
People
about
that
Kenny's
matter, he
night?
says. I think he had the speed to get Webb.
Yep.
Man, what is happening to his starts in the main compared to his heat race starts?
Bro, he was so slow off the gate. I was watching the start, and you know how they do that side shot where you can see the whole lineup, and the gate dropped, and I watched Kenny just sit there, and I went, what's he doing?
I watched this in St. Louis. It's a little weird. Like him and Vince Freezy, they line up way to the back of the grate, about as far back as possible, and then kind of roll the gate. And you can watch that
Honda
Honda.
style.
Once it gets out into like third gear or something, that bike just fucking takes off.
Fucking rocket ship.
Yeah, but I don't think that's working on this kind of dirt or start style or whatever it is. But I look for Arlington, that kind of dirt next weekend. Good start.
What do you guys think if he would have got the start? Like a good start, like he did the heat race. Like I know that him and Adam went back and forth, but he kind of.
I think he still would have got second.
Yeah, I think so too.
As much as I hate to say it.
I just don't know what is going on with his starts, like in the mains. This is 2 weeks in a row right now where his starts have been trash.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling with
But
it.
his heat races have been fine. Like he won the heat race by 12 seconds a week ago, and then
I
this
think
week
it's
he
the
won it.
questionable move on his hair.
Oh,
Big
questionable. Questionable. Is it
Very
questionable? All right.
It's pink now.
Whatever, dude.
Here's the thing. Yeah, he was just sleeping on the gate. That was all there was to it.
I don't get it. Like
He was trying to make some excuse in his post-race interview that he was sitting up too high or some shit like that. I'm like, Ken, I watched you sleep on that gate. Like, I specifically could see you in that shot, watch the gate drop, and watch you just not move.
Whatever. I look at it as another salvage ride.
kind of the same thing. Like you guys said that.
Very
after-
uncharacteristic crash.
The
dude.
thing is with the top five, any one of them has a bad week, and all of a sudden the top five gets moved all around.
I think that once
At this
again,
point.
kind of like San Diego, like you guys talked about this with the whole Barsha and Tomac thing going on. Like you look back on it, like I don't want to deal with that. I've thrown too many championships away by doing something stupid. I think that there's just gonna, and it's not an excuse. It's just he was off. He's gonna have these rides where he's just not feeling it, and then he's gonna have rides like he did at Glendale and St. Louis and stuff like that. He's got to salvage points when he can. Like he doesn't. I don't think this at this point in Kenny's career. This has nothing to do with his crashes. I just think this is where he's at in his career. That if he doesn't feel like taking the risk, he's not going to.
I mean, you hit the deck off the landing of a triple, which scared the
was
shit out of
rare.
me watching it.
Rare.
And it's rare, yes. And then you just go, okay, let's just get third, let's just get out of here, get points, and we'll go.
And he's only 4 points back.
Yeah,
And
again.
people were making a big deal about this, and it's like, dude, he had the red plate. What for 3 rounds? Was it 3 rounds or 4 rounds?
I don't know.
So he's had the red plate since
He's had the
after
red plate
St.
more
Louis,
than
right?
Tomac ever has.
Yeah, so he's had the red plate since after, I think it was after St. Louis, and he's only 4 points back. So it's like, why is everybody panicking?
There
Like,
it
everybody's freaking out, like, oh my god, like he can't do it.
There's no panic going on over here on this side of the fence.
I still think that he has a legit shot. I think between
Oh, yeah.
those 3 guys, him, Tomac, and Webb, those are the 3 guys that are going to win this title. One of them is going to
You
do
don't
it.
think Barsha sneaks his way back in? He's only 20 out.
Well, we can talk about Barsha first.
Staying right there.
We can talk about Barsha in a second, but I still stayed on that Kenny wins this title. I think that he keeps on trying to get further into the series. He wants to finish a whole series healthy, and like you say, last year he did, but he was also sick.
There's also a little ashes there, yeah.
So I'm not worried about it. Like it is, he's only 4 points back,
No.
and we're going into a Triple Crown. And last I checked, the last Triple Crown he won all 3 wins.
Yes.
So why is everybody freaking
So
out?
we got some good juju going on, and we pick up 3
Although
wins,
Arlington,
and
I
there
hope
we
he's
go.
not coming in going, oh shit. Like
I'm gonna
what
lose
happened?
by a foot.
I'm gonna fucking lose by half a fucking rim.
No, we'll get into when we get into predictions and stuff. I'm just breaking news that Kenny's going to be my guy, and I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
All right, so AC. So a question for you.
Oh boy, here
Do
we
you
go.
still have AC winning a main? Because you've been on that train for a while now.
Yep.
When are you going to get off that train?
At round 17 if he hasn't done it.
He's not going to do it.
Dude,
What makes you think he's not going to do it?
if they needed to slow the rebound down on those forks a little bit, because those things are just, they fucking...
He is becoming very good at crashing in the whoops and landing on his ass.
He's been very good at pushing the front wheel. Did it in the heat?
Dude, he did it in practice.
Did it in practice?
He did it in practice. He did it. He pulled a triple crown of like 2 years or a year ago, where he's still turning, coming out of the corner, and he's literally on the straightaway.
Same thing in the heat.
It's like, I just don't get it. He's getting better, and he looks like he has more endurance after the 15-minute mark. But man, I don't know how you keep saying you think he can win. He can win a main. Like,
He's going to win one.
he's not going to win one.
He's
He
gonna
will.
win.
He might win a triple crown, but he's not going to win a full-on
He
main.
is going to win a full-on main. It is getting better and better. He has gone from where at 15 minutes, he would literally fall off the face of the fucking earth to
This weekend, 15 minutes, just wad it in the wood.
And what happened after Webb passed him in San Diego? He got dropped. He was not there at all after that.
Yeah, but he went 18 minutes.
I understand that, but
18 minutes.
18, 8, 20.
I'm not worried about
Now we're going 3 minutes farther than we were.
I'm not worried
He's only
about
got
the
to get
cardio.
another 2.
I'm not worried about the cardio, and we talked about this in the prediction show. It's the mental thing, dude. I'm not worried about
I
his
watched
speed.
him tuck the front end.
He's gonna get it done.
Nope.
He's gonna get it done.
He might win
I
Vegas
think
when nobody
that-
cares anymore.
And there's a whole bunch. First off, Vegas isn't the last round. So
Or not
people are
Vegas.
still gonna
I'm
care.
sorry, Utah,
So Salt
whatever.
Lake
Well, nobody's
City.
going to care because we're not even going to Vegas. So,
Man.
Like I said, after round 17, and he hasn't won.
so
one,
yeah, he
then
will
I
win
say-
Vegas, actually.
Yeah, he might win Vegas.
Then I will say, yep, he is
I'm just-
not going to win.
I don't
one,
see
but
it,
I'm
dude.
going to be on that until the end of the year.
He's not going to do it.
Man,
I just
I
don't
think,
see it.
Yeah, I'm very, very on the fence with it.
And what
Part
happened-
of me thinks he can, and the other part of me is like, history is kind of repeating itself with him.
He gets good starts and he gets out front.
And he also gets passed every time.
It's gonna happen.
And then this time he had to up the pace with Tomac, and he's pushing, and look what happened.
And then also look what happened after he hit the deck. Like, he went nowhere. He passed one dude. Who was it? Was it Brayton? I think.
He was at the tail end of that.
He was
that
10th.
race.
He ended up, what,
It's
9th?
gonna happen.
I don't
when
see
it
it.
does, I'm just gonna be like, suck it, Justin.
Okay, so the last thing I'll say about that, you honestly believe, even if his cardio is getting better after the 18-minute mark or 19.5-minute mark, you honestly still believe that if Cooper, Eli, Kenny, if they're all behind him and they're pushing him, that he's going to be able to handle that for the whole entire main?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
He's gonna
agree,
get
agree
one.
to disagree.
I do not
He's
agree with that.
gonna get one.
Nope.
Okay.
They all, Bike's better grenade. Kenny might not show up for the main. Coop's fucking Jeremy's trick.
Here's the thing.
Again?
Again.
Did you pay attention this weekend? Because Cooper did not do a Cooper last 5 minutes on Eli.
Still got second.
No.
He did, yes. I'm not arguing he got second, but I was watching that race thinking, okay, last 5 minutes, like, watch, he's gonna start clicking this down, and the timing was fucked up, and I thought he was, but
I don't think
He looked like
I
what he
don't think that track really allowed that kind
No.
of.
He looked like what he did at Detroit in the Triple Crown last year, where his speed wasn't there.
yeah.
And that's a Cooper thing. He did that multiple times last year. Like, he just, when he's not, same thing. Eli's the one only guy that will push past his comfort zone when he's not feeling it. All these other guys, that's why they've won championships. They're smart enough not to override the bike.
So Tomac's definitely done after his contract's up, right?
What? Why do you say that?
Well, have you seen
When's
how
the contract
happy he
up?
is to win now?
Oh.
Like, it's changed completely.
Was he the second? Is he the next? Oh, you're
I mean, dude, I don't know. He's on my list, but anyway.
all I gotta say is,
When's the
man,
contract up? He's got to get through outdoors.
No, next year.
2021.
2021 is his last one.
I think he retires after 2021, even if he doesn't have a Supercross title.
I think so too.
I think he's
I
done.
think so too. They're just gonna grab the next guy.
It's like
Yeah.
Villapoto.
Yeah.
Question is who's going to be the Kawasaki guy coming up from the 250s? Is it going to be Fortner or?
Now I don't remember the
I don't
percentage,
see him putting Fortner next to Cinter though.
but I remember the percentage is pretty high. That whoever the first guy is to win 2 races usually wins the title.
For what?
In
So that would be
450 Supercross.
So that would be Kenny.
Wait, was that
What?
Tomac's third?
That was Tomac's third.
Okay, then it was 3. That's what it was. So whoever wins 3 wins the
So,
title.
so what I'll get to.
So he's also won 9 and hasn't won the title.
So also get to. So
I'm
also
not
get to
arguing
this.
that, I'm
We're
just
going.
saying,
We're going to
statistically-
Arlington. We're going to Arlington, where it's not been kind to Eli, because if you remember in 17, front
Great
brake lap,
problem.
and then last year he just.
I don't remember
faded.
that.
I don't know what happened, dude. He was. That's when he got the start. Kenny passed him, and then he went backwards to 7th, and then pushed the front, and then just stayed in like 8th.
Well, I mean, if he goes backwards 6th or 7th, then
I'm just not
points there and
sold
off we go.
that he's not going to have one of those puzzling weird rides.
There's a lot of people that are
It
not
must-
sold on that.
It must be
You're not
really
wrong.
tough to be an Eli Tomac fan, because you get these like waves of emotion. They're like, oh my god, like when he doesn't win, he's trying to make it through the
Can we
series.
phone
and
a friend and ask him?
and
what
he's
to play?
not trying to bull. But then he wins. Holy shit! That's when he's got that red plate, and then people get on like Ken Roxon fans for being that way. Like, what the hell, dude? You're just like waves of
I'm
emotion.
thinking of a perfect example right now.
Oh yeah.
His name's Matt Wyman.
Oh, well, if he wasn't at work, we would phone a friend. Put that shit on speaker. That's the first thing. Oh, that big red plate. Huh. What's happening to Eli Tomac?
Something really interesting that
He
I
rode
saw
good.
is
He rode
Tomac
good.
has only had the red plate in Supercross 4 rounds. Ever. He's only had that thing for 4 rounds.
And the crazy thing is that 2 of them were only, he was the sole red plate guy. Like last year he was the sole red plate guy. And then, oh no, I'm sorry, 3. Because the one time in 2017, like him and Dungey were tied at one time. I don't know, like Eli rode good. He did what Eli does. Like this is no shock to anybody. We know what Eli's speed looks like.
This is who he
is.
He should be.
But if to think that the chance of him going to Arling next weekend and getting a 7th, a 5, and a 1 is not out of the cards is ridiculous. He does this all the time. So like we got to make it through the whole entire series. Like I don't even care if we're around 6. We could be around 17 and him have a 5-point lead on 2nd place, and I'm still
not convinced.
And I'm not convinced because he hasn't won a Supercross title yet.
There's a lot of things you're not convinced about. Like AC's gonna win one. That's
Well, was I right on Zach Osborne? I literally
right about what?
Did I not say for years and years, don't buy into the Zach Osborne hype? Don't buy.
You told me that last year, but last year was solid.
And what's happening this year? What's happening this year? That doesn't matter. That's last year. This is this year. What's happening right now?
This is the pressure of a full season, son.
What's happening right now?
Dude, we're
He's
not
shitting the bed.
season. We're only halfway through.
He is not going to have an automatic turnaround 8 rounds into the series.
He could go on a run, podium the rest of the way
No,
out.
he will
and
not.
we'll be having a completely different
He
conversation
is
at
not.
the end of the year.
He hasn't even been a top 5 guy this year.
He could podium the rest of the way out, and all of a sudden we're talking
Sure.
a completely different
If he
conversation.
podiums the rest of the way out, I will go run through the most public place in this town.
Butt ass naked.
Yeah.
Butt ass naked.
That'd be great.
With a flamingo costume or flamingo fucking mask on.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
No. Eli did what he
All you wear
does.
nipple tassels.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eli did what Eli does. Like, I'm not shitting on him. He rode great. He was clearly the best guy that night, and it is what it is. Like, he just does this. But don't get all of a sudden, oh, he wins a race, because he did this last year. He won in the mud in San Diego, had the sole red plate, went into Arling, and he shit the sheets. So it's like, why are we all of a sudden thinking that every time Eli wins a race, people lose their minds.
There's nothing I'm convinced of here as far as like top 4 going.
But why? I don't understand why we do that with Eli. We know that as far as speed, outdoors, he's the best guy. Supercross, it's really close. But why do we do that? We don't do that with anybody
I'm
else.
not over here doing
No, you don't. But I'm saying, why does the industry
why are
do
we
this?
Generally, yeah.
Why does the industry do this? We didn't do that with Kenny. People are like, oh, hold the phone.
Because he's what, the 4th winningest Supercross rider ever?
So was James Stewart was the 2nd, and people never said, oh, after he won a race, this is when he's going to do it.
Oh.
James in his prime
Yeah.
is way better than Eli in his prime as far as Supercross, and we never did that with James.
No, I don't know, man.
I
don't know what to tell you.
it's just
I'm not on
I
that
don't know.
boat. I don't know.
It's
I
annoying.
can't tell you because I'm not on that boat.
People are drinking too much.
All right, so
Eli fans must love to drink.
a couple.
There's a correlation there.
There is. Matt's a drinker.
Roxon fans are pot smokers, and Eli fans are drinkers.
What are Cooper Webb fans then?
They just do heroin.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ, that got dark real quick.
Okay, so a couple other things I want
That's
to
a
touch
shitty
on.
correlation. Like,
That
I
is-
don't know what the hell I'm thinking.
Mookie had a super solid night.
The interns just isn't there.
Yeah, until they started thinking about a cheeseburger.
Well,
Yeah, nothing wrong
whatever,
with
but that was still for Mookie. That was really solid. I mean, he's been solid in the top 10 all year.
Can we rename Mookie real quick?
Yeah.
I was watching the race and I thought of a new nickname for him.
Oh boy.
I watched him almost eat shit, and somebody was like, "He needs some milk," and I was like, "Let's just name him Chocolate Milk." Would that
No.
stick? You think?
I'm not there.
No.
You're not buying into chocolate milk?
No.
Mookie sticks?
Mookie is the thing, yeah.
Chocolate milk's way cooler.
Dog's named Mookie.
No. Anyway,
Good
and
to see James. Though.
It was awesome. Yeah,
Yes.
my heart got a little, it was good.
Did you cry a little bit?
No.
Are you sure?
Why?
I think
His
you
son
should,
and
too.
Dalik Swole look eerily similar.
Shut your fucking mouth.
They do. Anyway, and how about Justin Hill? Top
Well,
5.
we're gonna wait a minute before we get that. We're gonna go
I'd
right
like
over
to say
Barsha.
I called this last
We're
week.
gonna go. Wait a minute. We're gonna go right over Barsha. The fact that this is 2 weekends in a row right now where he has been top 5 again, and that last lap that he had, like, wasn't he like 9th with 2 laps to go?
I don't know.
Somebody said that he was like 7 seconds back with 2 laps to go, and all of a sudden he just bonsais through the whoops and gets 4th.
Well, you know.
We need
Justin Barsha.
We need a Justin Barsha start.
Yes.
We do, because it's gonna be a mother effort trying to pass.
Maybe
that.
Arlington
Yeah.
this weekend.
We got 3 shots at it.
It's possible. I think if he gets a start, he can win Triple Crown, man. I'm not saying he's going to, but I think he can.
Well, it's gonna be hard to pass him.
Yeah, for sure, especially at Arlington, because that dirt's gonna suck. Hill, though. Are you changing your mind a little bit on Justin Hill?
No,
I
I
mean,
called.
solid.
I just want to
No,
point out.
Tampa
I
Hill.
called this.
Tampa. Well, didn't you agree though on Tampa Hill?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
even
said
put
we're
him
going
in
to
top-
see Tampa
yeah.
Hill.
I put him on top 5 in my RM fantasy. I put him in 5th, and some dude was like, "Why would you put Hill in 5th? He's not going to get 5th." And I was like, "Yo,
But
bro,
are you-
just
are you-
watch," and there we are.
Are you starting to change your mind? Like he's been really good these last 3 rounds.
He's just solid. I mean,
Yeah, but like you're
He-
not a Justin Hill guy.
It's definitely an
no.
improvement.
I'm going to say, yeah, it's an improvement because at least he's finishing the races and showing up to them.
But he's been really good. I mean, that's his speed has been there.
Dude, here's the
His
thing.
endurance.
Tony Alessi, you just go get on that program, and Tony Alessi gets you through the entire season.
I really would like to look at. I should have gotten this. I wanted to look at the points to see where he is. Like I think he's like 7th or 8th. Man, if he keeps doing this and keeps being consistent and just putting it through the mains, like how crazy would it be to see all the guys that we thought could be top 5 in points and Justin Hill ends up 5th in points?
I just feel like
Good for him, man, proving the naysayers wrong. I'm not really a big hit.
I like Justin Hill.
I like Josh way more than
Yeah.
Justin.
I feel like it's a 2-step process here. So first off, your career is in the toilets and you just suck dick, right? So then you go on the old MCR team, and fucking Tony Alessi gets you back on your feet and gets you finishing a season. And then from there, you sign with Red Bull KTM because you were solid and finished in the top 10, and then boom, you go on the
You really want a hot take?
you go on the old
God,
juice there.
where are you going?
You want a hot take?
You go on the old juice there.
No.
I don't think he needs to go on the
Listen,
juice.
On Red Bull
listen.
KTM, and then boom, you win a title, and there
Listen,
we go.
you know what
That's how you
happened?
turn your career back around. Yeah, go ahead.
Crasho keeps being Crasho.
Oh boy, here we go.
Husky says, "Get lost, bud." Hill goes over there on that Husky you were just talking about. Red Bull KTM, same thing. Gets on the Alden program, gets on the juice, and boom, we got the Justin Hill.
Can we talk about the fact that Dean Wilson has been the best guy on the Husky squad for the last 2 weeks in a row right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like what is happening right now to that
That is
team?
because what are your thoughts on old Brayton hooking up Anderson last week?
I still have not seen the video.
Oh, it's great.
It's a good take.
Dude, the jump, the double back in
Yeah,
from the side of
double
the track.
off the track.
Yeah, he pulls a Wyndham transfer from off the track into the track, doubles into the corner, and goes straight to the
across.
exit.
I just want to know seriously though, what is going on with Zach Osborne and Jason Anderson right now?
Well,
Well,
Jason
Jason Anderson was
is-
top 5 until Crasho crashed in front of him.
Well,
He
yeah.
was, but though also like he hasn't looked, and I know that last week the whole Brayton thing, but like he hasn't looked as good since Glendale.
That's because he's Jason Anderson, and he will never be 2018 Jason Anderson again because that was a gift.
That's not even what I was
I'll
getting.
see
at.
a rebound this
I
week.
wasn't even talking about that. I'm not talking about wins. I'm just talking about like his starts have all of a sudden gone to shit too.
I'm just telling you, that's
feel like
this
he's
is just
never
who
been
he
a
is.
great starter.
No, this is just who he is. Okay, just get over it. This is who he is.
Well, this is who Zach Osborne is too. Then
Well,
apparently,
I look for a Jason Anderson rebound coming into Arlington this weekend. So
we'll see. I just like to see Justin Hill up there. That's pretty cool. I think he's going to continue to do this. So
I only got a couple more weeks on the Zach trade, man, and then if it doesn't turn around, I'm gonna be off this fucker.
you might as well just get off now because things ain't changing anytime
Or
soon.
we could podium the rest of the year, then
I mean,
all of a sudden
Jesus,
we're back on
he's-
the
what
he's
track
lucky
are you
that
jumping to?
He's looking at Joey Sabachi ain't in there. Joey be whooping that ass too. And
That's
Marv.
doubtful.
Bullshit. Do you remember last year? Exactly. Marv would be whooping that ass. I mean, God, dude, your boy's just lucky he's even in the mains.
anyway,
God, could you imagine?
Hot take.
Marvin Sabachi in
whose
there?
train you
know,
jumping
gonna
to?
take him?
Yeah, what would be happening right now, actually?
Oh fuck, dude.
Because I have a question, but like I know you guys have said something about it, but like, where do we think Marv and Sabachi would be right now?
Marv is-
and don't give me, and I don't want like a 5 to 8 or a 3 to 4. Like literally, where would they be?
Marv is a
speed-wise?
podium, dude.
podium. Marv.
So
Marv is on the box.
okay, every
Almost
weekend.
almost every week.
Okay,
He's juggling around with Kenny and Coop.
okay, so better. So well, I guess you could say Tomac too.
Top, yeah, 4.
Okay.
They're juggling around the top 4 position.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Sabachi.
He's.
Because obviously that bike's good. Katika will look after not racing for how many years look good.
I think he's beaten Hill.
5 to 10.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that too.
I'm going 5 to 10.
All right, I just wish those guys were there, man.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, but dude, it's nuts. Cause think about it. Then you've got like no A-Ray, Bowers probably isn't making.
We still got no
mains.
area.
Well,
Chiz wouldn't be making mains. Cunningham
be
wouldn't be
doing
making
Chiz.
mains. Oh, it's gonna get where the point the
Seven
privateers.
Deuce wouldn't have made a main. Chad Reed would have retired already.
yeah.
All right.
Fully
Okay,
retired.
so we're going into Arlington here.
Do we want to touch on anybody else? Or?
Nah,
I know. I
we're almost out of time.
I do have one more question before we go into that. I know that normally you would ask this question after the halfway mark, but I think we have a good idea of where a lot of these guys are. You can't do it with the 250 class because the East start 450s. So far, I think we all kind of agree. Has Osborne been the biggest disappointment so far through these 7 rounds? I'm not talking about the whole. Has he been the biggest disappointment out of all the guys? Or is Plessinger still on that, or are we just saying we don't really care about Plessinger?
Plessinger's pretty bad too. So
I think
say a
Osborne.
toss-up.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype around Osborne.
Yeah.
All right, so who's been the biggest surprise? Is it Justin Hill?
I'm gonna go with a A mixture of Hill and AC, honestly.
Okay.
I really didn't think AC would be as good as he is.
Yeah. You?
I'd say Hill's probably up there.
I would say Dino. I honestly didn't think he'd be top 10.
He shouldn't even been riding. But
That's my point. I think that Dino has to be. I mean, he got
yeah,
what,
last
6,
week's
7?
ride was really good. And does he back it up? Can he back it up though?
Well, that's 2 weekends in a row. He was inside the top 10, close to the top 5. So maybe. I don't know. I just think that that's more impressive. And I'm not a Dino guy, but yeah, he shouldn't even be riding right now.
Okay, so let's move into Arlington then. 250 picks are for you. 450 pick is for you.
Well,
Go.
what are you doing?
I'm just sitting here looking good.
Okay.
That's the hottest take I've heard.
I know, right?
Bring
All
the
right.
shoulder.
All right. 250 picks. I think we have 3 different winners. I think, and I'm not going to go in any order because that's just way too hard. I think McElrath wins one. I think J Mart wins one. And I think RJ finally gets to start and wins one. And I think, once again, though, McElrath wins the overall because I think he could go like 1-2-2 or 3-3-1 or whatever. So, yeah, I got those 3 guys and McElrath winning the overall again.
I think I can agree with that, honestly.
Yeah.
I really can't shoot anything back at that. And then, who do you got for 450s? You want me to go into 450s? I'm going to go with the exact same thing Justin said for 250s.
450s, I think that once again you have 3 different winners. I think Tomac wins one, Coop wins one, Kenny wins one, and Coop wins the overall. Once again, could go 2-2-1, whatever.
I'm going Coop and Kenny split win.
Okay.
Don't know how many one or the other is going to get, but those 2 guys are going to be the only 2 different winners. And I look for Kenny to be good on that dirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's just been historically good in Arlington. He's
Yep.
been, for whatever reason, a lot better on hard packed dirt. Look at Glendale. Look at Arlington last year even.
St. Louis this year.
St. Louis this year. For whatever reason, I think that bike is better on those types of starts.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a correlation to doing testing in California on that kind of dirt or whatever they got going on. But I look for his starts to be back, and I think Ken puts an overall in.
So does he do enough? Does Tomac finish far enough, like off the podium where he gets the poured plate back, or does he just kind of even up with him, like 1 point down or whatever?
I think he gets the play back.
Okay.
I think Eli just, it depends on how many 90-degree corners are in this track too.
If I remember correctly, last year
Because
Arlington
Tomac
had,
is
like,
just
1.
historically better at just carrying his momentum around a 90-degree corner.
Yeah, he weights that outside peg really well.
Right, so.
What about you?
Ken overalls, Shane overalls. That's all I got.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn minute. You
just shit all over Shane.
Nope. Overall, bitches. Really? What the hell? What?
I just say he wasn't gonna win this title.
Son of a bitch.
You're on
the Shane train?
That was my main point. Was he wasn't gonna win the title. I didn't say he wasn't gonna win more races, but he wasn't gonna win the title. Shane's usually good the first
All right.
2 to 3 rounds. He's
Did
really,
you see the
really
track
good.
man? What do the whoops look like?
I haven't seen it yet. All right, then who's going to win the title in the 250 class? Still Chase
I
Sexton?
think Sexton's gonna repeat. Yeah. I think he is.
Except this year it's going to say J Mark
Yeah.
and Shane going up.
Anyway, so this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings and Durango
Pierce Brown
Guitar
takes them
Works.
out.
Thanks for tuning in. Links in the description for everything you could possibly need to support us or whatever the hell you want to do. And thanks for tuning in. We will be back next week to wrap up all the Triple Crown action from Arlington.